Going live. It says this webinar is on the air. Good evening, everybody. Len Mooney here, and with my good buddy, Bob. Bob, you want to say something, Bob?
Hi, guys.
That's all you have? That's
Well,
all you have?
at this minute, I can't even see myself, so I'm trusting that I'm on here right now. So tonight's gonna be a great webinar. I've watched this one before. Len did this one before. Just stay in and just relax. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of value out of tonight.
There's Sandy. Sandy just showed up. Okay. We had 13 people registered for tonight, and I'm hoping there's a few stragglers that are just running a little bit late because we're a little lightly loaded tonight. But at any rate, Bob, do you have anything you want to say, or am I just going to take it away here, buddy?
I think you go ahead, just take it away, Len.
Okay, you got it. Okay, well, I want to welcome everybody. This is the third in the series of the Wealth Builder Plus webinars that we're having roughly every Thursday night. Obviously, we're going to skip next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. We won't be here. There's somebody else just popped on. Who's popping on here? Nicole. Hello, Nicole. Welcome aboard. Before I launch into the actual webinar, and we're going to do Law of Attraction tonight, and as usually the case with these Thursday webinars, we're going to run about, I'm going to say maybe 40, 45 minutes for the material for the Law of Attraction that we're going to cover tonight. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to just let you know about it. At the end of the material for what I'm going to cover tonight, Law of Attraction, I have a product that I'm going to offer for sale. And it's going to be there for anyone who wants to take advantage of it and dig deeper with me into the Law of Attraction. There is so much material to cover. We can't possibly do it all in a single 40, 45-minute webinar. So basically, we're going to skim the surface of all the major topics, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to go deeper with me for those who want to. So with that being said, and I'll make a clear differentiation when we're going from the free material into the what's for sale, and those who aren't interested, you can drop off. No harm, no foul, no problem. I'm going to go to screen share. Here we go. Welcome everybody once again. Sharing my entire screen. Bob, I assume you can see the screen.
I can hear you. I can't see. At present, I can't see, but I'm getting back on.
You see the PowerPoint presentation?
I do not.
And is that your computer, or is that a problem at my end?
I think it's my computer right now.
Okay. All righty. I'm going to travel on. I'm going to ask the folks that are out there in the audience to type into the chat. Bob, can you see the chat?
I can't get on right at this point.
Okay.
There, I'm okay. I see you, Len. I'm on. I'm good.
Okay, good. All right. I want to make sure everybody can see me. I don't want to be talking to thin air. So the title tonight is How to Get What You Really Want with Ease. And you know, the law of attraction is always there. It's like the law of gravity. It's always working. Now, let's think about the law of gravity for a moment. It works very well if you're standing on the ground. It keeps you there. It also works very well if you jump off the Empire State Building. The problem is you may hit the ground really hard. Law of attraction is the same way. It's always working. The law of attraction is always bringing to you what you attract into your life. And sometimes that can be really good stuff, and sometimes it isn't. For many people, it's really not good stuff because we're full of negativity. So we're going to look at the law of attraction tonight, and we're going to look at some of the things that we have to do to make it work better for us. So quick question. How would it feel if you knew you could attract anything you want in your life or business? That special relationship you're looking for, more customers, more sales, more freedom, more money. How would it feel if you knew you couldn't fail to attract what you wanted? What if you knew the law of attraction was working for you to attract the people and things to you that you want to do with life, or that you want to do life with, rather than attracting more of the things you don't want? How would you like it if you had a clear vision of your future life and you knew how to move forward toward it every day? What if you knew you couldn't fail in life or business? The law of attraction offers us the solution to all these questions. It can do it. We just have to get it working in the right direction for us. So let's talk about who this is for tonight. This is for you if you've struggled with making the law of attraction work for you and attracting the success you deserve. It's for you if you feel like you don't have a clear vision of where you want to go in your business or in your life. It's for you if you feel like you don't understand your life's major purpose. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing on this world, on this earth? And it's for you if you struggle with understanding your core values. What's really important to you? It's most definitely for you if you're ready and willing to take 100% responsibility for your life, your dreams, your success, and your failures, because 99% responsibility isn't good enough. You have to be 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life. And if you're willing to treat all your failures as learning experiences and continue to grow and prosper beyond your wildest dreams, then this is for you. It's not for you if you want to live in fear, poverty, scarcity, lack, anger, and resentment. If you like walking around with a grudge on your shoulder, this isn't for you. Hang up now. And it certainly isn't for you if you want to blame others for your lack of success. And I know for me personally, I went through many years of my life still angry at my mother for some of the things that happened in my youth. It took me a long time to get over that and quit blaming her for what happened in my life. This is not for you if you think your mind is just fine and you don't need to improve on your thought processes. And let me stop there for just a moment. Many people poo-poo the idea of mindset. We need to fix our mind. And they will say things like, my mind's just fine, it's my wallet that's a problem. But the reality is, your wallet is a result of your mind. Your mind, your thought processes, your beliefs have gotten you to where you are today in your life. And if you're not happy with where you are, then we have to start between your ears to change where you're going. No amount of trying to change the direction of your life will work for you if we don't set your mind in the right direction. Well, the first step in getting what you want is to decide what it is. And for many, that's a huge problem. Jack Canfield opens his book, The Success Principles, with the observation that very few people get what they want because they don't know what it is. They never stop to define it. So let's spend a little time talking about how do we get what we want. And we're going to work on that a little bit tonight. So what you're going to learn is we're going to learn how to create a vision for your life. We're going to learn how to harness the power within you to move consistently toward that vision. We're going to learn how to define your core values and how to define your major life purpose so that your daily actions and affirmations are purposeful and directed towards your vision and aligned with your core values. And we're going to talk about how to overcome fear and how to beat procrastination. And as I said in the beginning, we can't do it all in 40 minutes, but we're going to skim the surface of all these concepts and look at what it takes. But thanks to the awesome power of your mind, you can discover your major purpose in life and attract the things you want to you, including the right customers and or the right relationships for you. You can achieve an understanding of the universe and how the law of attraction works for you. And we're going to head in that direction. And you can learn to harness the incredible power within you to direct your future and achieve your goals. You can become unstoppable. Let me tell you just a little bit of my story. I'm going to run through this really fast. Some of you on here already know it. A few of you don't, but just a bit of it. In 2011, I was basically bottomed. And that was a point in my life when I was waking up every night just full of fear. I was scared. I'll tell you a little bit why in a minute. I was scared. I was scared of running out of money, scared of going broke, scared of growing older. I had income from the sale of a business, but I was focused on fear of loss, and that's what I got. A lawsuit took everything. I was using the law of attraction in the wrong direction. And I figured it out after I was basically in financial ruins and began practicing it regularly and implementing the principles in my own life. And the picture of me laying there in the water reminds me of the law of attraction. I'm going to ask you to suspend disbelief for just a few moments here. And what do I mean by that? If you're laying there in the water with your hands on a rope attached to a boat, and you haven't done a lot of skiing in your life, you may be laying there wondering, if I hang on here and hold the position I'm supposed to be in and really do the things I'm supposed to be doing, is it possible that I might get up? You have to suspend that disbelief and just do it. And the reality is, if you suspend the disbelief, you can get up. and you can begin to make progress in your life. No matter how far down you are in the totem pole right now, no matter how much you fear, no matter how much you're afraid of running out of money or bills, you can make progress. And I'm on top of the world right now. I know what the future's bringing. I'm not afraid of anything. I have a strong vision and a complete and total lack of fear. I don't go to bed at night worrying anymore about the world, what the world's going to bring me. So for those of you who know, I started off in 2000. Well, I bought California Flight Academy in 2003, but in 2008, I had 120 students, 28 airplanes, 30 instructors. And the bottom came out of the finances in 2008. Fall of 2008 was when we had the meltdown in the world financial markets. And by 2010, I had gone from 120 students to less than 20, 5 airplanes, 2 instructors, laid off 45 employees in 2009, including my now ex-girlfriend. It's funny how that works. You lay off your girlfriend, she usually doesn't hang around a whole lot longer, but we were out of money. I couldn't pay her anymore. That was the reality. I sold the remnants in 2011, moved to the mountains, and then the lawsuit came and I lost the remaining income. So in 2011, I was absolutely broke, penniless. I've rebuilt. Let's talk about some of the biggest misconceptions about the law of attraction. One of them is wishing upon a star. There's this idea out there that if you just get all your vibrations aligned, that's all you need to do, and somehow by magic everything is going to work for you. But it doesn't work that way. You know, I can sit on the deck of my house here and stare out at the Pacific Ocean and wish upon a star that I had a new RV. And I don't expect anyone to drive a new RV up onto my deck. I have to go get it. The law of attraction doesn't mean that you can think of something that will materialize for you, and that your why is enough to get you through bad times. And people talk about having a why that makes you cry. That's not enough. You need a lot more than that. The law of attraction will work for you, but focusing on what you want gives you the guidance from the universe to go get what you want. But you gotta go do the work. It doesn't come for free. You can't just sit there and wish upon a star. You've got to meet the universe halfway by doing the required work. The universe will test you. It will play with you, but it will yield to persistence, determination, and plain vanilla hard work. So, one of the biggest challenges we all face in getting this all to work for us is that we were born to win, but we were programmed to fail from birth. We are surrounded by negativity. Just turn on the news, turn on the television, look at the newspaper. Fear is dominant, and people, the world sells us fear, and we have fear of loss, fear of old age, fear of poverty, fear of ill health, fear of death. And if we go to bed thinking about those things, if we worry about those things, if we let our mind dwell on those things, and I'm going to encourage you to turn off the television and throw away the newspaper. You don't need those things, because all they're doing is filling your mind with crap, garbage, junk, fear. That's why we have to learn this. We have to learn to harness the awesome power within us to change our lives and manifest the desired outcome. As long as we live in fear and negativity, that's what we will manifest more of. We will manifest more fear and negativity. Hey, Bob.
Sure.
Bob was actually in my first workshop, and this was Bob's comments that I hit a home run. First live workshop, mentioning several of my mentors, because the material I'm giving you tonight, I didn't invent, I didn't create it. It comes from many of the thought leaders of our day and time: Robert Hollis, Susan Shearer Young, Jack Canfield, Napoleon Hill, Diane Hoffman, Larry Hoffman, and others. And so I didn't create this stuff. I'm just passing it on to you. I'm the messenger. Another lady who attended my first workshop, Shirley, I really enjoyed your training, received a lot of value and a lot of ahas. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shirley. So now let's dig. Let's start to dig. Who are we? Where do we come from? We are spiritual beings who have chosen to manifest into this physical universe. Our soul is uniquely us, and we have the ability to tap into infinite intelligence. Now, I don't want to get into a religious discussion. Call it God. Call it source energy. call it the universe, call it whatever you prefer, but it exists, and it is powerful beyond your comprehension, and therefore, so are you. We are spiritual beings who have chosen to manifest into a physical universe. Unfortunately, our conscious mind hasn't necessarily been aware of this fact or fully aware of it for a long time. There have been many centuries in which some of the information that I'm about to share with you tonight was intentionally withheld from populations. You know, when the movie The Secret opened, it opened with a sequel that talked about it being hidden away for thousands of years. And that there is in fact validity to that. Rulers, emperors, the pharaohs, they didn't want the population to know that they had the ability to shape their own lives. They wanted the population to be under their thumb and to be controlled. And if you want my humble opinion, some of that still exists today. I don't want to go off too far onto a tangent here, but I'm going to point out that our education system teaches people to be robots. It doesn't teach them to think. It teaches them to do what they're told to do, to stand in a line and to dress uniformly and be like everybody else. Let's keep moving on. Thoughts are things, the power of thought. Thoughts vibrate and they have energy. It is the nature of thought to try and materialize into its physical equivalent. That comes from John Kehoe's book, Mind Power into the 21st Century. And there is sufficient evidence to indicate unequivocally that the mind can and does directly affect physical reality. Also quoted from Mind Power into the 21st Century. You have the ability to shape your world. But that ability has to be developed. It's been suppressed. It's been sat on. Where do we start? We start with a vision. We have to have a clear picture of where we want to go with our life. It's like sailing a boat across the ocean. If we don't know where we're going to go, we're not going to get there. If we just set sail randomly, we're going to get to some random place, and that's probably the rocks or the reefs. It's probably not a nice white sandy beach in paradise. So the first step in this process is to create a vision of what we want our life to be like. And in order to create the vision, and some of you who are here have heard me talk about this before, we want to go back maybe 1, 3, or forward, 1, 3, 5 years. I suggest 3 to 5 years. 1 year's not enough. 3 to 5 years is the right number to begin to create a compelling vision of what you want your life to be like. And when we talk about our daily exercises and talk about reviewing our vision, that's what we're talking about reviewing. We want to have a vision, a picture of what we want our life to be like, and we want to look at it every day. Your vision is powerful. It's often been said that the pain pushes you until your vision pulls you. What's the pain? The pain is the fear of loss, the fear of more bills, the fear of old age, the fear of ill health. We got to get rid of that stuff. And one of the ways we get rid of it is creating a powerful vision that pulls us forward into the life that we want to have. Without a powerful vision to pull you through the tough times, you'll throw up your hands in frustration, you'll quit. And you'll turn on the television, pop open a cold one, shrug your shoulders, and say it wasn't for me. So you need to craft a compelling vision that will be powerful and pull you through the tough times. Now, we're not going to go through a complete vision exercise tonight, but I'm going to suggest to you that you take some time, and maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a day, maybe it's a week. Sit quietly in a corner somewhere. Maybe it's going to take more than 1 or 2 sessions, and craft a vision of what you want your life to be like. And the vision is, the vision is who or what you want to become. It's the legacy you want to leave your family, your children, your grandchildren. It's the impact you want to have on planet Earth. And there is a worksheet that I can put up in the group for you to print. I don't have a copy of it here tonight. But if you don't have a clear vision of where you're going, you're not going to get there. The rest of what we have to talk about tonight won't help you. But we also have the issue of aligning our vision with our core values and our major life purpose. And you say, my God, what do you mean by core values and major life purpose? Well, what are the most important things in your life to you? What do you value most? Do you value honesty, integrity, education? Do you value religion, family, life, your children? What are the most important things to you? Because as we craft our vision, we want to be sure that our vision takes into account the things that are really important to us. And ultimately, we want to try to define our major life purpose. Answer that big question in the sky. What in God's world am I here for? Why am I on this planet Earth? Why did I come here? What am I supposed to accomplish? And if we can do that, if we can sync everything up, we can hum along like a finely tuned machine. We can jump out of bed with enthusiasm because we know who we are and we know where we're going, and we know that our daily actions are aligned with our core values, our strengths, and our visions. I need to take a deep breath. So I'm going to ask you again, how would it feel if you knew who you were and what you wanted out of life, if you could take off the gloves and go for it with gusto, if you didn't procrastinate? And we're going to talk a little bit about procrastination in a little bit, but where does procrastination come from? It comes from fear. Procrastination is the direct result of being afraid. Afraid to take action, afraid to move, afraid to make a mistake, afraid of criticism, afraid of being ridiculed. Overwhelm comes from fear also, the same place. So we want to get over those. We want to get over procrastination, get over overwhelm. How would it feel if you took action, you didn't hesitate to jump in with both feet, if you were positive, if you believed in the possibility, because you know what you want, you know that you can do it, and you have unshakable belief in yourself that you can get to where you want to go? How would that feel? It would feel pretty good, I would think, wouldn't it? Let's talk about core values. We've crafted a vision, but we want our vision to be in alignment with our core values. Now, the very simplest core values exercise that you can possibly do is to sit down, free flow, make a list of the things that are important to you. What do you care about most in your life? Love, freedom, your children, your husband or wife, your health, financial freedom, integrity, honesty. Think of the things that are really important to you. Make a list and then prioritize that list. How do you prioritize a list like that? Well, let's take two things. Let's say that I have a list and I have freedom and health, good health on the list. And I'm going to ask myself to prioritize that list, those two things. Which one's more important, freedom or health? Well, if I'm not free, I'm not sure I want to live. But if I don't have my health, I'm not sure I want to live. But if I'm not free and I have my health, perhaps I can figure out a way to get free. But if I don't have my health, I probably can't figure out anything. So I'm going to put health ahead of freedom. I'm going to say, that's more important to me. I need my health. I'm going to put that really high up on my list of priorities of things to take good care of. And then we'll put freedom behind it, because if I happen to be not free for whatever reason, then I can work on that problem as long as I have good health. So you see how you can do that. Now, I've included here a short list. By the way, you can just go to Google and Google core values exercises. You can find bunches of them out there. In the workshop I tell you about later, I have a detailed core values exercise that we've taken from a book, another book, but I'll tell you about that later. But for right now, here's a short list of core values that you might want to pick from. And I know you can't copy that list on, and I will put this PowerPoint presentation in the group so that you can get to the stuff if you want to get to it. So this list is available to you. And again, we don't have the time to do this exercise tonight, but I would encourage you to work on this stuff for yourself, because if you can't align your vision, your core values, and your major purpose in life, then you're not going to get to where you want to go to. You don't even know where you want to go to if we don't have the vision. And now we're going to take the next step. People follow people who know who they are and what they stand for, who are going somewhere, who are sure. This isn't about making money. This is about leadership. Look at the politicians. Who do you want to follow? Now, I'm not going to get into names, but you want to follow the person who feels like they know where they're going. They have an agenda, they have a plan, and they can execute. You don't follow people, you follow leaders. And what does it take to be a leader? It takes knowing who you are and what your major purpose in life is. So, one of the simplest ways to define your major purpose in life is to ask yourself a very simple question. What is it that excites you so much you will leap out of bed at the crack of dawn with enthusiasm, optimism, and energy? What do you love to do that you would do it even if you weren't getting paid to do it? Hint, I'm not getting paid to do this tonight, but I love it. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher all of my life. It took me a long time to figure out that that is really at the core of who I am and what I love to do. I love to teach. And that's why I have courses. That's why I have Lunch with Len. That's why I have all the other things that I do. And that's it. That's at my core. So now what? Once you've determined and written down your life purpose, read it every day, preferably in the morning. Make certain your goals and vision are aligned with and serve your life's major purpose. Refine your life's purpose as you mature and develop yourself. Now, I'm going to share with you my life, what I have written is my life mission statement right now. And this is going to seem a little esoteric, but let's go. I'll give you a hint. To use my intelligence and flexibility to understand individuals and inspire peace, harmony, and acceptance among people. Now that seems very esoteric, but how do I do that? I do that by doing things like we're doing right now. And I talk about love and peace and acceptance. And we're doing what are Bob and I doing with this wealth building plus manifest, easy for you to say, wealth building plus workshop is we're teaching gratitude and love and acceptance. And that's part of who I am and part of what I do. So let's travel on. Now we're going to take on the next and the hardest part. Well, once we have a vision, once we know where we're going, once we have our core values, once we're sure our vision is aligned with our core values, once we sort of know what we want to do with our life. And by the way, as you work through some of these exercises, there may be some real surprises, and you may find that you're in a job that you really don't belong in and you need to get out of. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay to find out that you're doing the wrong thing with your life, and it's not what makes you happy. Because as you develop your ability to find out what makes you happy, you will be in a better position to make the people around you happy and to help them. So let's talk about the devil. What is the devil? Now, you may believe in a material, physical human being or human-like creature that was painted to us. I went to Catholic schools, by the way, when I was growing up. And we had this God and we had the devil, and they were painted in pictures in our catechism. And, the devil is this creature that runs around with a pitchfork and lives in hell. And I don't know if you believe in that or not. I don't know if you believe in God as a manifested physical being or not, or if you just believe in it as the infinite energy of the universe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We live in a world of opposites, good and bad, up and down, left and right. The devil is the opposite of good. It's the bad. And left unattended, the natural state of affairs is to move toward disorder and chaos. We're going to talk in a couple sentences. In fact, let me jump down 4 bullets. It has long been understood in thermodynamics that the universe drifts toward maximum entropy. Now, that's a great big sentence with a bunch of words that may not mean a hill of beans to you, and it's okay if they don't. It's herding kittens. The universe, the natural tendency of the universe is to grow weeds, if you like. If you leave the garden alone, the weeds are going to take over. Science has long understood this concept, and it's the next sentence. For those of you who have a science background, that sentence makes sense. If you don't, it doesn't, and that's okay. It's herding kittens. It's moving toward maximum disorder. If you look at the universe, look out at the stars, they're just all flying apart. We know this. The universe is expanding. There's nothing ordered in that. It's just Brownian motion. Things are moving. Now, what do we have to do to outwit the tendency of the universe to give us chaos and to give us weeds in the garden? We've got to get rid of the fears. That's part of where they come from. Many of us go to bed at night fearful, and we've said all this before: fear of poverty, old age, ill health, the death, the bill collector. And as long as fear is our dominant thought, that's what we're going to get more of. So if you do as I did in 2011, go to bed at night worried about paying the bills tomorrow, guess what you're going to get tomorrow? Bills to pay. Fear stops us more than any other emotion. When we're afraid, we drift in and out of our purpose, our action. We procrastinate. We feel overwhelmed. So how do we get rid of fear? How do we erase it from us? Well, that's what some of the things we're doing in this workshop. We're programmed into negative thinking from the very beginning of our lives. From the moment we come into this world, we were born, fundamentally born as a clean slate, as an infant popping out of the womb. You weren't afraid of the bills. You weren't afraid of anything, pretty much. But then, over a period of years, you were programmed with all these fears. The society programmed you, the television programmed you, the newspapers, our parents, our relatives, the society starts with our upbringing. By the time you reach the age of 18, you've heard the word no 200,000 times, seen 30,000 acts of violence, probably more these days. You've received more than 12 million messages in the form of advertising telling you how to look, what to eat, how to feel. Ladies, do you feel good about your bodies if you don't fit the marketing? I don't even know how to say it. You know, we're all taught. Men have these fears of not measuring up, not having the right stuff, what it takes. Grow up, be a man. Women are taught at a very young age that they have to have the perfect body and attract the perfect man. And none of this is valid. It's not who we are, but we have to get rid of it. And how do we get rid of it? We got to install new software. We got to update the program. We got to erase the negativity. We got to replace it with positive thinking and definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose is a coined phrase from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. So how do we install new software? Well, that's part of what we're doing in this 90-day challenge. We're challenging you every day to wake up, to review your vision of where you want your life to be, to review the affirmations about money and wealth, to think about who you are grateful for and what you're grateful for. That's what we're doing, is beginning to overwrite the software. We got to feed your mind with what you want. So if you feed your mind, your subconscious mind, thoughts of fear, scarcity, negativity, chaos, and failure, that's what it's going to work on manifesting for you. And if you feed it thoughts of abundance, health, wealth, and happiness, that's what it will work on for you. Besides doing the exercises we do every day, one of the things that you can do for yourself is make yourself a mind movie. If you don't know what a mind movie is, I suggest you go check it out. And there's a link that you can use. And yes, and I'm not selling you anything right now, but yes, if you go check out that link and decide to join Mind Movies, I get a small commission off that. So that is an affiliate link for those of you who know what that means. But I have a Mind movie of my own, and it's a very powerful thing. It lets you program a little, roughly 3-minute video with your own pictures, your own thoughts, your own words of what you want your life to be like. And I play my Mind movie every morning and every night before I get going in the morning and before I go to bed at night. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, I play my Mind movie. I'm going to go off the presentation for just a moment here and talk to you a little bit about affirmations. I'm feeling the need to do a webinar in a couple of weeks. We will do one on affirmations, which comes from Noah St. John's book that I've just finished reading. In fact, I'm reading it a second time, and I did a blog post on it in the last couple of days. Some people have trouble with affirmations. I don't have a slide about this. In our daily activities, we encourage you to do these affirmations, which are, I am a good money manager. I always pay myself first. Maybe affirmations you use, other ones could be, I am wealthy. I am healthy. I don't know. But many people have trouble with affirmations because there's a little monkey between your ears that screams at you. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're lying to yourself. You're not wealthy yet. You say, I am a good money manager. No, you're not. No, you're not. You didn't manage your money last month. Okay. How do we get rid of the little monkey between our ears? And this is a subject of actually another full webinar to do this, I believe. But one way to do it is to consider turning the statement into a question. Instead of saying, I am a good money manager. And Bob, I'm thinking we ought to rewrite T. Harv Eker's affirmations and write them into an affirmation format. And I've been toying with that idea because I think it would be more beneficial. But take something as simple as, I always pay myself first. And ask yourself a question. How do I always pay myself first? Your mind doesn't react quite so negatively to that. And what you do by asking the question is you turn on the inquisitive part of your brain. Your brain is a solution-seeking mechanism. If you give it a problem to solve, it will go seek the solution to that problem. So rather than saying, I can't afford that, say, how can I afford that? I hope you get the idea. We're not going to go much deeper into affirmations tonight. I don't have a prepared presentation on affirmations, and it really is a little bit of a deeper topic. But I want to give you another idea, if you're struggling with the affirmations, of what you might do to turn the affirmations into questions. And the final slide is to build a vision board for yourself. And here's a nice example of a vision board. If you don't have one, I'm going to encourage you to build a vision board and create a picture of what you want in your life. And this vision board that I put up in front of you has a nice overview of different things. It has your home, your family, your health. It has outdoors, it has travel, it has career. So it has a nice overview of different areas of your life that you might want to consider and have a vision for. Okay. Stopping to take a drink of water before I choke. All right. So, have you gotten value so far? We've overviewed the steps that it takes to make the law of attraction work for you. We haven't dug into any one of these steps in great detail. And again, we can't in a 40-minute webinar dig into each one of these in great detail. But you want to create a vision. You want to identify, elucidate, that's a big word, identify your core values, identify your major purpose in life. What's really important to you? What is it that would make you jump out of bed in the morning every day with enthusiasm, even if you weren't getting paid to do it? Because I promise you, if you can identify that and move your life in that direction, the money will come. Craft your mission statement. What is it that you want? And weed the garden of your mind daily. Daily. I'm going to come off the screen share for a moment. All right, everybody, I'm back. How are we doing? Questions? Anybody have questions, comments? And if not, I am going to now transition to telling you about a product that I have available that I'm going to give you a really incredible deal tonight on the price. And if you want to dig deeper with me into all of these areas, this is how you can do it. So I'm going to go back, turn on the screen share again, and I'm going to tell you about my vision workshop, the Ultimate Vision Workshop. My goal in the Ultimate Vision Workshop is to help you unleash the awesome power of your subconscious mind. And again, reminding you, we are spiritual beings who have chosen to manifest into this physical universe. And as such, we are connected to infinite intelligence. We have the power through the use of our subconscious mind to create our future, our destiny, our abundance. The goal of this workshop is to learn how to harness this awesome power. The Ultimate Vision Workshop. I said this before already. It's often been said that the pain pushes you until your vision pulls you. So the first step in our vision workshop is to craft our vision for success. There are 5 modules in this workshop. Each module is a full webinar. So module 1 is the power of thought. Module 2 is defining your core values. And in the power of thought, in module 1, we're also, module 1 is the power of thought. I'll show you what's in these modules in more depth in a moment. Module 2 is defining your core values, and we are actually going to do a core values exercise. And I'm going to take your hand and walk you through defining your core values. Discovering your life's purpose. We're going to do the exercises, and again, I'm going to take your hand and walk you through the exercises, and then help you to craft a compelling vision that pulls all of this together and finally build belief in yourself, which is the ultimate key to success. So the power of thought. Understand, we're going to go deeper into understanding how thought tends to materialize into its physical equivalent. Capture the essence of pure thought and how to harness the energy. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why over these centuries leaders have understood this and the masses have not, and understand why the secret really was a secret for thousands of years. There's a thing called the Emerald Tab that takes us back thousands of years, in which this information was available, but it was only available to the leaders of the time. It wasn't made available to the general populations. Module 2, your core values. And again, rather than reading this, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to do a core values exercise that at the end of it, you will have a list of your 10 core values, and you will know what they are. So we're going to go through a complete exercise and discover your core values. Your life's purpose. Why are you here? What are you supposed to contribute to the planet? What is your major purpose? And we're going to go through a very powerful life purpose exercise. And it may change the course you're on. You may find out that what you're doing isn't in alignment with who you are and what you're meant to be. And then we're going to craft that vision. We're going to build that vision so that when you jump out of bed in the morning, you come with enthusiasm and you know what your life's purpose is. And finally, and this is the most powerful module in the course, it's to build belief. To achieve the goals, you must believe they are possible. If you don't believe that it is possible for you to achieve your vision, you will not achieve it. You must believe it's possible. And it is possible for you. You've got to develop a rock solid belief that you are worthy and that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. And we'll learn to overcome procrastination. We'll devour overwhelm for breakfast, because you're going to become unstoppable, because finally you know who you are and where you're going. Now, how cool is that? Now, if I can give you all that, what would it be worth? I put values on these modules. I valued them each at $27. Not a lot. I think they're worth a lot more. That values the course at maybe $135 for the whole course. But you're not going to pay that. You know that. And here's the link. If you click on that link, it'll take you there. Now, you're also going to get a personal vision worksheet, a core values worksheet, and my ebook, The 11 Secrets to Success. Another, well, roughly $70 in value. So you'll get all of those, and you're going to get an absolute money back guarantee. If this workshop doesn't deliver what I promise, just ask for a refund. No questions asked. You'll get your money back. And again, there's the link, and I'm going to give you the link in a moment. So here it is. The 5 modules: the power of thought, defining your core values, discovering your life's major purpose, crafting a compelling vision, and belief, the key to success. And then your personal vision worksheet, the core values worksheet, and my ebook. So $200 value. For today, the normal price listed on my website is $97. For today, you get it for half price, $49, half price, roughly. And again, there's a link. And oh wait, for the first 5 registrants, I'm offering a complimentary half-hour coaching session. We can work on your vision, your core values, or anything you want. I think that's worth $100. Actually, it's probably worth much more. But if anyone buys the course tonight, you get also a bonus half-hour coaching session with me. So once again, there's the link. So here's what you get. You get the whole thing, the five main modules: the power of thought, defining your core values, discovering your life's major purpose, crafting a compelling vision, the belief, which I think is really powerful, your worksheet, your core values worksheet, the ebook, and a half-hour coaching session for $49. Here's what other people have said. These were people that were in the workshop. Yes, by the way, this is a recorded workshop now. It's not live. These were people that were in the live workshop. Then you did a bang-up job in that webinar. It was easy to see you spent quite a bit of time. We spent several hours on a Saturday morning. She sent me love and gratitude. She had a long list of Saturday chores, but she didn't think she should sit around and listen to another webinar, and I didn't blame her for that. However, the list of what I intended to cover reeled her in, and you're correct. We know those things, but we may not be putting them into action. You've given me much to think through, and now a way to do it better. Thanks for all you do. One more testimonial. Oh, I guess that's the last one. I thought I had one more, but maybe I don't. Okay. Thought there was two of them. Nope. Okay, that's it. Okay, so there it is. That's what you get. Price goes back up to $97 tomorrow. That's what it's listed for on my website. And the free coaching bonus goes away. So there you have it, $47. There's the link. And that's it. So I'm going to come back off the screen share. End the slideshow. And I'm back again. Yes, Rick, you do. Thank you, Rick. Rick owns it. I think is there anyone else on here? No, okay. Yeah. Hello?
I do.
That's what I thought. I thought you owned it. Okay. What do you think, Bob? You want to say a word or two?
After that, it's kind of hard, Len. I just noted. I know how much you put into that. You put a lot of work into that, and like you said earlier, it's not you. It's a combination of all the things that you've been learning over the years, and putting in pretty much just like an all-star team, the best of the best, with all of that stuff compacted into a very, very nice little package. So it's an excellent deal. If somebody really wants to go deep, it's a great deal.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's a combination. There's about 12 different books in that workshop, right. And the workshop opens with a list of the books that are in there that we cover material from. So it's pretty broad, pretty far-reaching. Hey, I did better than I thought. We've only spent 50 minutes. I hope I didn't bore anybody to death. I don't see any questions coming in. Presumably, I didn't bore too many people because they're all still here.
Very good presentation, Len. Really
Shannon, Rick, Ellen, Sandy, Jake, I hope you got value tonight. I thought there was an 8th person here, but I don't remember. Somebody may have dropped off. That's all right. People do that. Sometimes people's internets quit in the middle of these things. So I have a minute or two. If I have, well, we have whatever time you want. Okay, Ellen, not a problem. Not a problem. You're good to go. I'll take care of you. Ellen, you've been a friend of mine for a long time. I'll take good care of you. If anybody else has any questions, comments, concerns, if you got value, that would be good to know. If you didn't get value, that would be good to know too. I won't do it again. We're not going to have a webinar next Thursday because it is Thanksgiving. And we have a couple of really good topics coming up for you. So I think we should do a webinar on affirmations, Bob. And if we can't get a hold of Noah St. John, I'll do it. But I think we can. And I'm still trying to tap into. I have a commitment from Jeanette Ma, who is the author of Pray Rain, the Pray Rain journaling system. I have a commitment from Jeanette to do a webinar with us, but I don't have a date for her yet. So what I'm telling you is we have some pretty interesting and exciting things coming. And we're going to just keep right on going into the new year. Also, Bob, I think we should stop here and actually talk about planning for the new year at some point, putting together a plan. All right. Bob, you got any last minute words you want to offer here before we pull the plug?
Well, you mentioned the planning. That's basically kind of what we're doing right now. We're building momentum going into 2016. Because most people, when they start thinking about their New Year's resolution, they usually think about it like on the 31st of December. So I better write something down here. So what we're doing right now, because this whole thing, what it's done for me, it's been amazing. You know, even though it's not like okay, this is not a New Year's resolution, but the fact that we're doing every single day, moving towards that, building momentum going into 2016. I've been writing more, I've been journaling more, I've been thinking about my vision more. So we are doing it right now. We have 70 days left before the first of the year. So
yes.
no, not before the first of the year.
Not before the first of the year, but
before this. I just spoke before this course is over. So we're building all this momentum. So right now it's just a great thing for what we're doing here.
Right. Okay. Again, I don't see any more comments or questions coming in. So is it door time? Go. What do you think, Bob? Going once?
Going twice, going three times, Len. Get out of here.
Here we go. Oh, sorry. Anybody who wants the link to the webinar, I'm sending you a redirect link there or to the Vision Workshop. There's the redirect link. So you have been now redirected to the link for anyone who's interested. Otherwise, we're going to stop the broadcast. And thank you all for being here. I was really glad to have you.